Hello, my dear children, and welcome back. I know your exams are just around the corner, so let's quickly dive into a super interesting chapter. We're going to figure out the story behind the names of our beloved country. Ready? Let's go.
Have you ever thought about it? When our cricket team is playing, we all cheer, India, India, right? But then every morning in assembly, we stand and sing, Jana Gana Mana Bharata Bhagya Vidhata. So what's the deal? Is it India? Is it Bharat? Are they different? It's a great question. And trust me, the story behind it is even better.
And guess what? The clue is right there in the very first line of our Constitution. It says, India, that is Bharat. How cool is that? Our founding fathers were so smart, they made it official. Both names are ours. Each one tells a different, amazing part of our history. So let's hop into our time machine and find out where they came from. Okay, first up, let's talk about the names we gave ourselves. These are the original, the made in India names that come from our own ancient texts and stories. So if we go way, way back to our oldest book, the Rig Veda, we find a name for the northwestern part of our land, Sapta Sindhava. It's such a lovely name. It just means the land of the 7 rivers. Our whole story begins with rivers. Now, remember that word, Sindhu. It's going to be very important later on. Right, so as people explored more and more of this huge land, they needed a name for the whole thing, didn't they? In big epics like the Mahabharata, 2 names became super popular for the entire subcontinent, Bharatavarsha and Jambudvipa. And what do they mean? Well, it's actually really simple and fun. Bharatavarsha means the land of the Bharatas, who were a really famous and strong tribe back then. And Jambudvipa, this is my favorite, means the island of the jamun fruit. Yes, that yummy purple fruit we all love. It shows how our ancestors named our country after its people and even its fruits. Now listen to this beautiful line from an old text called the Vishnu Purana. It says, the country that lies north of the ocean and south of the snowy mountains is called Bharata. Wow, it's like a perfect little map made of words, and it's still so accurate today. And you can see it right here. The snowy mountains are, of course, our mighty Himalayas, and the ocean is the vast Indian Ocean to the south. Isn't it just amazing to think that thousands of years ago, people had such a clear picture of our country's geography? Okay, now this is super cool. Check this out. On the left, we have a map of ancient regions. You see places like Vanga and Kerala? Do they sound familiar? They should. Vanga is what we now call Bengal, and Kerala, well, it's still Kerala. It's a direct connection to our past. History is all around us. So that was the story of Bharat. But then where did the name India come from? Well, for that, we need to look at our country through the eyes of visitors, traders, and travelers who came from faraway lands. Hey, remember I told you to keep a river in mind? The Sindhu, which you might also know as the Indus River? Well, this one single powerful river is the reason we got names like India and Hindu. Just imagine you're a traveler from long ago. The very first big thing you'd see of this land would be this massive river.
Now, watch how this one word, Sindhu, went on a world tour. First, the ancient Persians, our neighbors, had a habit of changing the S sound to an H. So for them, Sindhu became Hindu. Then came the ancient Greeks. They found the H sound difficult to say, so they just dropped it and called the place Indoi. And from there, it traveled through Latin and finally became India in English. It's like a real-life game of Chinese whispers.
And it wasn't just them. The Chinese also got their names, Yintu and Yindu, from Sindhu. They even had another beautiful name for us, Tianzhu, which means heavenly master, because they had so much respect for the land where the Buddha was from. And of course, the name we all know, Hindustan, also came from this same river root word. All right, my brilliant students, were you paying attention? It's time for a quick pop quiz. This is exactly the kind of question that can pop up in your exam paper, so let's see if you've got it. Ready? Okay, here's the question. Think carefully. True or false? The name Bharata was given to India by foreign travelers. What do you think? Lock in your answer. And the answer is false. A big, big false. If you got that right, brilliant. Give yourself a pat on the back. And if you got it wrong, don't worry at all. That's why we're revising. Let's quickly see why. So here's the key thing to remember for your exam. Please make a mental note. Bharata is our own name
from our own books about our own people. It's homegrown. The names that came from outside, like India and Hindu, all started from the name of that one river, Sindhu. A simple but very important point.
So, after all of that, what's the big takeaway? We have so many names: Bharata, India, Jambudvipa, Hindustan. Does it sound confusing? Not at all. It just means our country doesn't have one single story, it has a whole library full of them.
Think of it this way. Each name is like a different chapter in our country's huge history book. Bharata is the chapter we wrote about ourselves. It's the name in our national anthem. India is the chapter others wrote about us when they came to visit. It's the name on our cricket jerseys. One isn't better than the other. They are both a part of us.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. As a young citizen of this incredible land that is both India and Bharat, what do these names mean to you? How do they make you feel connected to our thousands of years of history? Give it a thought. That's all for today, my dears. Study hard, do your best, and I will see you in the next explainer. Bye-bye!